could be an X factor type of guy to add with the group they already have.
All right, Iggy could be headed to the Lake Show. Stephen A., if Iguodala joins LA, you think they're the clear-cut favorites to get the chip?
I believe they will. I believe they will be. I'm of the mindset that the Los Angeles Clippers or the Los Angeles Lakers should be the favorites to win the title.
Okay.
That is my belief. I believe that the Los Angeles Clippers have a better all-around team, but they don't have the greatest dynamic duo. The greatest dynamic duo in basketball right now is LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I would like everybody to be reminded that as recently as a year ago, even you, Max, was talking about how we might be calling Anthony Davis the best player on the planet by this summer. Okay. Now, obviously, last season went awry because he wanted out, and as a result, and him and the Pelicans didn't see eye to eye, and all of, he was getting taken out in the fourth quarter, and some games didn't even play before he ultimately sat out the rest of the season. All of this nonsense was going on. But that has nothing to do with the greatness of Anthony Davis as a talent. We know what he brings to the table. And LeBron James had his 1 year reprieve. 1 year where there was no pressure because there wasn't big expectations. You knew the Golden State Warriors were the creme de la creme. They were supposedly going to win the title. If Kevin Durant didn't get hurt, they would have won the damn title, and that would have been that. But that's over now. LeBron James has returned back to his regularly scheduled position, and that is with all the pressure on him to get to the finals, and in this case, win the championship. Because in the sport of basketball, when you have two dudes that are that elite, that great, with that size available to them, that athleticism available to them, and then you kept Kuzma, you're right, you still got a point guard in Rondo. Quinn Cook, little small signing in a lot of people's eyes, has been on this championship Warriors roster for a while, can give you some quality minutes off the bench. Danny Green, who you raved about, can play defense, can still hit spot-up shots, okay? If you add an Iguodala, the guy you said, even though falsely, and he had to correct you on national television himself, when you said with the planet Earth, I forgot what analogy you used.
The
Planet Earth, fate of the universe on the line.
The fate of the universe on the line.
Iguodala shooting the open shot.
Oh, I thought you were going Kyrie Earth is flat or something.
No. You want Andre Iguodala shooting those shots. You add him to that squad, there ain't nothing to talk about.
Well, I was correct about the Iguodala thing. You saw it in the playoffs again. He was hitting open shots that Steph was missing late in that deciding game. Anyway, the point is...
He told you he had him because of Steph, but go ahead.
The point is... don't dispute that. The point is, if the Lakers get Iguodala, I will consider then who I will take as the favorite. Iguodala is not just some minor addition. That's a tremendous addition, particularly when you're matching up against the Clippers, because you could put Iguodala on Kawhi. And I understand your point about LeBron is going to go down in history as a greater player than Kawhi. AD will go down in history as a greater player than Paul George. They're both on the Lakers. However, we're not talking about history and body of work. We're talking about right now. I thought AD was going to be considered the best player in basketball. He proved it by the end of last year. That didn't happen. Kawhi proved it. Kawhi is the reigning best player in basketball. He has had a historical playoff run. He's the finals MVP. He shut down the Greek Freak, who was the regular season MVP and in a tremendous matchup, while LeBron was sitting on the shelf, injured for part of last year and then didn't make the playoffs. Kawhi right now, until proven otherwise, LeBron's got to prove he's better than Kawhi. Right now on my list, Kawhi's ahead of LeBron. AD, Paul George, I'd expect AD to be better than Paul George this year when he's ready. But let's just talk about the seasons they just came off. Was AD in the MVP conversation? Because before he got hurt, Paul George was. He was in the MVP conversation. He had a better year than AD. And they're both two-way attacking wings, offense and defense, which, as we've seen in history, is probably the best way to win a championship in the modern game. Jordan and Pippen, LeBron and Wade, you get two guys like that, especially if they're in their primes, as Kawhi and Paul George should be, it's a little different. But here's the main thing, Stephen A. They're not making this whole team from scratch. Patrick Beverley, Lou Williams, Harrell. They lost Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but I'm even forgetting a couple guys.
Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Who else?
No, they lost him.
Yes.
And Gallinari.
Yes.
But I'm saying they're returning key and core
Patrick Beverley,
pieces.
Montrezl Harrell.
Harrell.
Right.
I mentioned
Williams.
them. Lou Williams, and there's someone else that's slipping my mind off the top of my head. But the point is,
Landry Shamet.
they got the whole team returning except minus two guys. And in the place of those two guys, Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Enormous upgrades. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will eventually be a great player, I think, or a very good player. But he's not Paul George, right?
Right.
That team won 48 games. That team won 2 games from the Golden State Warriors with a healthy KD. And you just upgraded from Gallinari to Kawhi?
Let me respond.
What do you think's going to happen?
Let me respond. First of all, I specifically said Clippers or the Lakers. Pick your poison. They're going to be the favorites to win the title. I believe they should be. But we're talking about what would Iguodala on the Lakers make the Lakers. You can't have it both ways, Max. When you look at Iggy and what he brings to the table, that's valuable in and of itself. Let's not forget Avery Bradley. The Lakers got him too.
By the way, that's also a real pickup.
That's a real pickup.
I think he's the starting point guard.
That's right. You got Avery Bradley. You got Danny Green. Jared Dudley, who was on the Nets. Ain't no big acquisition, whatever. But he can hit open shots, locker room presence as well. When we talk about LeBron James, let's keep in mind, the last time we saw LeBron James in the postseason, he looked every bit as good as Kawhi Leonard looked, except for when he went to the finals and JR forgot what the damn score was after LeBron had dropped 51 in that particular contest. LeBron James will return to form. I believe he should be the favorite to win MVP, to be quite honest with you. I think he's going to wreak havoc. Anthony Davis, down year because of drama. Not because of him, not because of anything on the court, because of drama. Still averaged 26 and 12 with 2.4 blocks. We make such noise because Paul George averaged 28 and 8. Do you understand what Anthony Davis can do when he wants to?
Look, I'm not
and he
arguing,
didn't have LeBron as a teammate.
I'm not arguing roster. If we're talking roster, the Lakers have the best roster in the NBA.
I'm saying if Andre Iguodala goes on there, they are the clear favorites to win the chip.
I'm not saying clear favorites. They have the best roster now. If they add Iguodala, they'll have clearly the best roster. The best roster doesn't always win. The Clippers have the best team. The Lakers have the best roster.
Okay.
Fair enough. The Lakers also just signed Giannis's baby brother, 21-year-old Costas. What is the best debate you've seen here on First Take? Well, you get the chance to decide by going on Twitter and voting daily in our tournament-style bracket. Meanwhile, the number 7 debate is Kevin Durant, a top 5 player that won big on social media yesterday. It moves on to the next round. Up next is our 8 versus 9 matchup. Here's a taste of number 8, always entertaining, Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
I thought about this a lot, actually. Pacquiao and Mayweather will fight again because Floyd is not interested in boxing anymore.
Looking in your eyes, what are you getting at?
He's going to forget how tricky that fight was.
Say what you're gonna say. I can't believe what you're alluding to, Max. Let it out.
This is my hot take. You just calm down. There is a very good chance that Pacquiao
Very good.
will stop Floyd Mayweather.
What?
That's right.
Hold on. I don't want to hear very good chance. Are you saying, for the record, that you believe Max Kellerman?
Floyd would be in danger of being stopped.
I just text Floyd Money Mayweather. I told him to turn on TV. I told him to turn on TV right now. And I hope he watches this. The blasphemy. That damn camera on me. Put that camera on me right now. Max Kellerman has forgotten more boxing than most of us know.
With Domino's Carry Out Insurance, we'll remake your order for free if anything happens to it on the